we as Zimbabweans, we have let go the humanity in our mindset. We are actually no longer thinking like human beings. We are thinking like slaves. We have donated ourselves that if South Africa today say we are buying you all to be our slaves in South Africa, we would agree.
Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Just Cheesy. Guys, kindly watch this video of a Zimbabwean man and what he has to say. My happiness is this: a lot of Africans are beginning to speak up about what people are doing in South Africa and how life is over there in South Africa. Like, I've been seeing a lot of videos where Nigerians, Kenyans, Ghanaians, and also some of the Zimbabweans are condemning what is going on in South Africa and what has been happening in South Africa. You know, it's as if South Africa is now carrying the burden of Africa. It's as if anyone who is in difficulty, or any country, any African country that isn't doing well, the next destination will be South Africa. Please, let's also know that South Africa also have their own problem. They also have their issues. That South Africa is doing better than your country doesn't give you the right for you to leave your country and move to their own country. Guys, let's watch this video and see what this Zimbabwean man has to say. And don't forget to drop your comment, like, share this video.
We wouldn't guarantee free medication and free education in South Africa as if we are South Africans for the next 2 to 3 days to come, for the next year, for the 5 years to come, and then we hide in our corners. We want someone, we are expecting one of South Africans to come out and say, and then we are killing each other because we want foreigners to stay here in South Africa. You know, it is actually went to a point whereby I feel like we as Zimbabweans, we have let go the humanity in our mindset. We are actually no longer thinking like human beings. We are thinking like slaves. We have donated ourselves that if South Africa today say we are buying you all to be our slaves in South Africa, we would agree. Yeah, that's being honest, because take a look how we are accepting exploitation. Because in most cases in restaurants, you find that our brothers as Zimbabweans, they are employing another brother. You understand? As I spoke last time, I said that these are some of the things that are bringing anger to South Africans. And really, we should accept and acknowledge that we have to do something, and it is too much for this country. And I see that in most of my podcasts and my speeches, I find insults from Zimbabweans. And I don't care. I don't care, because even themselves, they're in trauma. I know they're sick. I know they're sick, most of them, and we are actually sick, including me. And it is a therapy that we are going through. And when you're trying to move people from their sickness, it's hard. They struggle, they fight, they try to even kill the person who wants to heal them. It's okay. But I know if God has sent me with this message to the people of Zimbabwe, that is going to happen, whether they are here or they are not here. I know that Zimbabweans one day they will be free, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally, by willingly to serve their country in their country. It is very pity, my brother, to see that abanye abantu, they say that asindao. You understand? When asindao, since it's apa ngengani, you know, it's very rude, very rude. We have lost Ubuntu as Zimbabweans, and we actually forgetting that we have visited in this country, and our visit should not turn into a terrorist, or we are here to vandalize or to kill the country's morals and the system. I'm telling you, that's being honest. And I know most Zimbabweans are not willing to hear this, but they know it to be truly speaking. I know most of us, we are dating South Africans, we've got children with South Africans, we've got homes with South Africans. We cannot stop that, but we have to work more on the idea of freeing our land together, but not to relax. And I see there are some people, when I speak, they talk mostly negative within the area of going back home as a bad idea. And I don't want to lie to you. If today President Ramaphosa called me to say stay calm, I want to ask you, what do you want? I will ask him to give us a little time to go and educate Zimbabweans who are in South Africa, and Zimbabweans who are willing to go back home so that we can go back home and work with the political party which is ruling. There is no way, and there is nobody who is going to take ZANU-PF out. And they tried it, the Changirai regime and the Chamisa. They've tried it and they failed. And we should not put our hopes on such people who have failed, who are thinking that elections in Zimbabwe will change and do the things that they think. Not in Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, what brings transformation is working together, using and working with ZANU-PF to be the people that we want to be. Let's not dream and wake up in the morning and think that we are going to remove ZANU-PF. Not in these 1,000 years. And I've stopped going against ZANU-PF long time ago when I realized that it's a losing battle that I'm just trying to fight. Until God himself came to me through vision, and he said to me, Steady, you have to work with your government so that you can be a transformation in many lives. I know the government of Zimbabwe one day will invite people like me and others to assist our people with a very heart that has got honesty, transparency, and love. And I know that most people that are sitting there in the parliament of Zimbabwe today, as I was speaking in my previous answers, that they are good people. The problem that delays them is the opposition parties, which are always talking negative and putting pressure in them. They end up forgetting to buy medication and build hospitals and to build roads and use the same funding to buy weapons to defend themselves so that they stay in power. That's what happened when sometimes you're fighting your father. When you and your mother fight your father, you know what they do? What your father does? You walk away with his own money. At some point we should have that sense of saying the pressure we are giving the government, if we are, as we are going to lose, they are going to use it against us. I want to thank you for asking and trying to find